Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be talking about the type tool in our Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to make a new document. Alright, now in our new document I'm going to show you how to use all of the type tools that are on our toolbar on the left side right below our pen tool. Now you'll notice that the type tool shortcut over here is T and it says enter text at a point or in a container. Okay, so if I right click over here, you can see that we have various type tools over here. The area type tool, type on a path tool, vertical type tool, vertical area type tool, vertical type on a path tool, touch type tool, shortcut shift plus T. Okay, so first things first, the basic type tool. Now the type tool is used to type many types. The type tool is used to type text in shapes or any part of your artboard. Say I want to type over here. Now you can see that it's saying lorem ipsum. This is basically a demo of what your text will look like. I can just press backspace and write anything in it. So let's say we write grammar, and you can see that our text is perfect over here. Now let's say you want to edit this text. You can just click on it and now it will just say object type, and now it's showing just type. Now from here we can fix the font color. I'm just gonna keep it to black, and then let me just zoom in for your. Okay, after that we can change the opacity over here. Then we can also select our fonts from here. We can select any different fonts that we want. I'm going to select this one. All right, then we can also select the concept, which is basically our style, and then we can change our font from here, as you can see. After that we have the paragraphs over here. Now say you're writing a paragraph. All right, let me just make a paragraph over here for you guys so that you can understand. Right, so this is the paragraph. Let me reduce the font. Okay, let me delete this and make one again. Just take that, and then there you go. I have my paragraph ready. Now let's say I want to align in the center. Now you can see that all the lines are aligned in the center. On the right, all lines are aligned to the right, and left is self-explanatory. Now over here you can create bullet points also. Now you can see that there are some bullet points for our paragraph, and if you want to remove them, just click them again and it'll just go. And here you can even select what type of bullet point you want: circle, square, dashed, or just circle with just borders. Okay, then after that we have numbered list, where we can select any types of numbering list that we want. After that we have the area type, where you can show the height and width and also edit it. Then we can also select the number of rows and columns from here, the offsets, aligns. Okay, if you just click on it, you can see that we have justify, center, bottom, top. Okay, I'll just put it on justify. Then we have the text flow, and after that we have auto size. We'll just click on it and then press OK. After that we have our vertical justify, and then we can also make an envelope with our text using the text tool. Now if I click on this, you will see that my Adobe Illustrator is not responding. Let's just wait for a few moments. Alright, so now let's just go to the rest of the options. Here you can see align to artboard. We can align selection and align to artboard, or align to key object. After that we have horizontal align center, horizontal align. Let me zoom out so that you can see it. Now as you can see my text. Okay, let's undo that. Let me select all of them. Let's say I just want to delete this, because let me take a smaller text so that you can understand. Okay, all right, now let me select all of it. And now I can just select over here. Now if I select this, I can horizontally align left, right, and in the middle on our artboard, top, middle, bottom, right here. As you can see, this is how it works. Then we can also use transform and change the angle of our text. Let's say we can do that, or we can change the distortion of our text just like that. Let's put it back to 0, or just undo it. Okay, so that is all you need to know about the text tool. After that, we have our area type tool. Okay, let's select it. Okay, now let's use the area type tool to show you how it works. Okay, first let me delete this and then create a shape. Okay, so I created this shape. Let's put it in no fill. Let's create some borders with stroke. Okay, now using the area type tool, if you just click on the path, you can see that our area type tool has created text inside this rectangle. Now let's say I created an ellipse or a circle over here. Okay, let's put it as no fill. All right, now after that, let me put the stroke to black. Now let's use the area type tool. Select the path. Now you can see that my text has morphed inside our circle and it follows the borders of the circle as its edges. Okay, so you can use different types of shapes to show our area type tool. It's a star tool. Let's just do that, and then let's select the area type tool, click on the path. There you go. Now let's just go ahead and delete all of this. Now after the area type tool, we have type on a path tool. This is very useful because sometimes you need to make certain angles of, say, text. For that, this tool is perfect. Now let's say I have this type of line and I wanted to, or any type of line that I wanted to use for my area or line type tool. Okay, type on a path tool basically. So what I'll do is I'll select this path, and after that you can see that my text follows this certain path and I can continue writing down this path. Okay, so that is what the area type tool does. I mean, type on a path tool does. Let's delete this, and now I'll show this to you in a curved line. Okay, now let's say I have this type of curved line and I want to use the type on a path tool. If I just select this, you can see that it follows curves easily too. That is all you need to know about the type on a path tool. Next, we'll move on to the vertical type tool. Okay, let's select this. Now the vertical type tool is pretty easy to use. You just create a shape, and if you want to write your text vertically, it will help you do that as well. As you can see over here, all my text is vertically placed in this rectangle, and if you want to move it, you have to select the path, and after that, if you want to rotate your rectangle, you can do that too. And you can see that even after rotating, the text stays vertical. It does not change its position, unlike this. You can see that it changes, but this one, I mean, it can see that this doesn't change vertically, but this one stays the same. Let me make it a diamond shape. You can see that it doesn't change. Now we can make it with all these tools, but I'm not going to waste time, so we'll move on to the next type tool, which is the vertical area type tool. All right, let's click on this, and it says you must click on a non-compound or non-masking path to create a text inside a path. Okay, so let's click on OK. Let's say I have a rectangle over here, and then I click on this. Now you can see that it's vertical just like the previous one. Now let's rotate it, and it still is the same. All right, now if I use a path over here, say let me delete that. Say I use the pen tool to create a path over here that is like that. and use this, you can see that it follows the path of our pen tool. And this is how you use the vertical area type tool. Okay, after that we have the vertical type on a path tool. So what this will do is it will create a vertical text on your path. So let me create a path right now. Let's say I have this path. I'll use also curved lines. Now let's use the vertical type on a path tool. Click on this path, and I can see that all my letters or text over here are vertical and it follows the line consecutively. All right, they're not on top of the line, they're just following the line in a straight vertical pattern. Okay, so that is the vertical type on a path tool. Then we have the touch type tool. What this does is basically, let me take a text, or we already have a text, so let me just use the touch type tool. Say with the touch type tool, you can basically, let me zoom in. Okay, I selected this text. Okay, now let's select this. Now you can see that when I select the touch type tool, letters, it pops up over here, and then I can edit the color. And say you want to also change the size of your letter, you can do that as well. See, I can make it small, I can make it tall, I can even shift it to different positions. Now what this is basically used for sometimes is basically when you try to make a formula, for example, a square plus b square, right? So plus b square. Okay, now you can see that the 2 over here is basically down here. I can just click on it and then it will give me several options to choose from. I can do that, or I can just manually move them to anywhere I wish. All right, so that is how you use the touch type tool. All right, so that is the end of this lesson. I hope you have understood how to use all of the type tools. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.